Hey guys, it's Brian back again on BS Adventure channel. We're doing the budget van build, budget box van build, budget box van build, and this is part 5. So doing some more interior stuff here. Interior in the front cabin part, there's some things just dirty, need to come apart, be cleaned, some repairs made, and just kind of going into some details on that. So if that interests you, let's start the video now. Okay, so I popped the seats out. Gonna clean this out and then take this out. I think there's a whole bunch of sand behind this thing. Let's see. I think this is just clips. I wish there was a way to look at all the shit behind here.
Any money? Oh my God, look at the dirt.
It's sand. That's Florida.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shovel it up, don't vacuum it.
Yeah, I'll scoop that out. Any rust? No rust, it's dry. That's a lot of sand and dirt in there. If I ever want to go to the beach, I could just bring it with me. Okay, I got this one off too. And then I pulled the dog house. I got this piece of trim here. Sweet. I'm gonna vacuum this, and then I'm gonna pull this rubber up and clean this really good. It's wet underneath this juke backing, you know, and yeah, it's gross, and that'll cause rust sooner or later. So I want to address that. I think this thing does have some leaks up here from this fiberglass top up here on the other side. It's kind of pulling away, so that's something I'll have to address at some point. But I just want to get this clean and out and just start fresh, get the cabin nice, and then continue on from there. Started to pull this up, and yeah, it's all gross. I don't know if you can see that, but this backing's all wet. So yeah, I want to get all this out of here. I'm going to pull this rubber out, clean all this. I'm going to have to figure out some kind of insulation, something, you know, because this stuff is really good. It actually is really good for noise and vibration and whatnot, and heat, you know, heat radiating off the exhaust or whatnot. But this material absorbs water real bad, so I'll find something to put down to act as an insulator. Pull this out. Yeah, this stuff is all just wet and rotten, so that's got to be addressed. Just get all this crap out of here. Got this all cleaned out here, all around here. Yeah, a little bit of surface rust you see from all the where that's all been wet, and then right here it's actually, there's a crack right here. This is the fender, and I wonder if some water maybe been getting in through here. So gonna do something about that. Might weld that, or might just seal it, just depends. But it's not bad. Needs like a little seam sealer here. Just needs, you know, to be finished, cleaned, scrubbed, wiped down, address these corrosion areas, and like I said, clean it, and then get some new backing for this, get this thing all clean. I cleaned the back yesterday. It had all that sound deadening on it, and I got most of it off, or, you know, good enough anyways. It was pretty grody. Ran out of daylight last night, so I'm just gonna scrub this. I use like that Purple Power or Pastel Super Clean for this kind of stuff. That stuff works really well. I've had really good luck with it. You dilute it a little bit because it is pretty potent. And yeah, just spray that stuff on and start with an area. Good scrubber. Give her a rinse. Repeat as necessary. Dry out in the sun for a little bit. Should be, you know, get some of the grime off. It's pretty good. It's not perfect, but I mean, it is old and worn. It's just, it's not disgusting, and that's what I was going for. So we're gonna get started in here. Got a bucket with some wash goodies. Just use a little soapy water. Kind of come in, get it wet a little bit, nothing too crazy. Crystal scrubber, get in there. Kind of use this, move this water around, try and keep it to a minimum. And then just kind of give it a little wipe after, you know, and then let it air dry a little bit. So I think I'm gonna hit this with a wire brush, and then I have some good thick rust encapsulator type paint. So I think I'll clean this up and then hit this with some paint. Okay, so I was just talking about that down there. I also cleaned up the doors a little bit. Just gave them a little scrub, wipe down, dry off. They look a lot better. Also did the jambs, just so it's not so filthy when you open it up. Just kind of wipe off some of the, ow, that was sharp, god damn it. All right, so I decided I'm gonna try and weld this. I mean, you know, I have the stuff available. I should try and fix that correct. This is gonna be fun. that's just sitting in there. Let's see. Oh, seat moves. Welder down here, downstairs in the basement, and then pull it out the back door, and should be able to make it reach. Got a pretty long cord for it. Okay. So I'm going to pull that seat back out so I can get in there better. Pull this welder around, unhook the battery, and then give this a shot. So stay tuned. I'll be back in a sec. Come on. Off there. Okay. Whew. So that allows me to better access here. So pop the head. Let's find some precision tools to unhook that battery so we don't cook anything. Let's see, I kind of got a mess going on back here. I'm usually fairly organized, I swear. Where's my there they are. Battery unhooked. We'll leave those right there. Let me get this all set up, and we'll come back in a sec. I'm gonna grind that spot a little bit inside, and then we'll go from there. Good idea to have one of these handy and charged when you're messing with this stuff. Don't ask me why I know that. It's gonna get loud. I got the camera propped up with a leather glove and a notebook. Hopefully I don't set the notebook on fire. Well, it's getting stitched together. It ain't pretty. I'll get it stitched up a little bit, and then I'm going to grind it down and then see what I need to fill in. It's kind of booger welding. It's really difficult for me to figure out the difference between burning through it and not really penetrating good enough. Now, the back of the metal is dirty. I didn't really clean it. That could be affecting it too. But you know, I just didn't feel like doing it. Shit. Burned a hole. She's pretty thin. Got a couple speed holes. I should be able to fill those in. I'm just gonna keep booger welding it and just do my best. You know, I'm not a welder. Okay, it's, you know, it's not my best work, but so it's got a couple pinholes I'll fill in. And anyways, but it adds the strength back. And, oh yeah, that's way better. And hopefully that stops that from cracking further. So that's about it for that. Okay, so I'm gonna paint these bare spots. And this is what I have, so this is what I'm going to use. This is like this rust stop stuff. It's real similar to the Rust-Oleum one, the Ace brand. This stuff works pretty good. I've been pretty happy with it in the past. And I have this red from a project from a little while back. Let me get this open and then we'll put some paint on. Let's get some paint on. Get that red luster. We're gonna put this on nice and thick. Yeah, we're just trying to keep this from rusting. It's gonna be under floor mats and rubber floors, and you'll never see it. So, and you know, I like red. Red's a good color. Okay, I got a nice thick coat, one coat on here. You can see where I put it, so that's good. Yeah, it's gonna be covered, it doesn't matter, but I just want to prevent any rust from spreading. It had a little bit of surface rust in these areas. That's where those cracks were. And just some places where there wasn't even rust, but just the paint was missing, and it's down to the galvanized steel. So I just want to try and get ahead of this so I don't have any issues in the future. It's in pretty good shape, really. And you know, in 20 years when someone is parting this thing out, it'll make them go, what the hell is going on here? So it works. I have it. It didn't cost me anything. That paint was around, that brush was like 75 cents or $1 or whatever. And yeah, now there's rust protection. So use what you got, guys. You know, don't go out and spend a whole bunch of money if you don't have to. Okay guys, I'm going to cut it there. That's the end of part 5 of the budget box van build out. This is the white Rhino right here is the van that we're working on. And we're addressing some issues before we actually get to the conversion part of the van. There's going to be quite a bit more of this type of content of pulling things apart, cleaning, fixing little stuff on the van that's just, you know, things that just need repair from years of use as a work van. This is pretty typical stuff when you get a cheaper vehicle, and these are the type of things you're going to be faced with. And dealing with them in an affordable and creative way, that's how I'm going to approach this whole build. If you're interested in that kind of stuff, stay tuned. If you're more interested in the actual excuse me, if you're more interested in the actual conversion aspect of the van, check back in a little while. That will be coming up, but it's going to be some time before we get there. If you guys are digging this, let me know down in the comments. Let me know if you like the content, or if you think I'm a moron, I'm doing it wrong. Make sure and give me a nice thumbs down, and then comment in there how you think I'm an idiot and all that jazz, because I think that's hilarious. And if you like the lengths of the video, let me know in the comment. If you are interested in more detail of explanations in what I'm doing, trust me, I can completely geek out and ramble on for a very long time about almost nothing. Just ask any of my friends, and I can get into that more if you're interested in that. Just leave a comment, let me know what you think about that. Hope you guys are enjoying it. I'm having fun doing it. So we'll see you next time. Bahooey ho.